Hello, welcome back to a new episode of Rhythm Chat Topics. Today we're going to talk about a couple of songs that have left an impression on us due to their message. So, under the hashtag message music, let's get into it.
Your Rhythm Chat.
Chronixx, Safe and Sound. Before Safe and Sound, there was Boom and Rum. Puzzled? Last year, Chronixx graced the cover of the 100 Riddim issue. He was about to release his sophomore album, De La Splash, and therefore he gave us a tune for our cover mount CD, Boom and Rum. Roughly a year later, the same track was renamed and released under the title Safe and Sound. The line is still a part of the hard-hitting piece of music, as it is sadly enough part of the lifestyle. A lifestyle and a reality that is keenly observed and analyzed by the singer in this futuristic dancehall tune. But Chronixx doesn't get stuck there. By pouring out so much love for his people, especially the youths, he makes them overcome the forlorn scenario pictured in the video. In the end, everything will hopefully be safe and sound.
Look how much Gavin I'm killing again. Future Shelley and Fraser's just saying modes. With doctors, with lawyers and all the singer them. African people will let the world are in. And through the powers of finally we are win again.
Brighter Days. Check out these names. Tommy Lee Sparta featuring Julia Marley, Bounty Killer, Javilani, Egyptian, Anthony B, Dre Island, Maestro Don, Keepridge, Turbulence, Wasp, Seiji Liquid, Leah, Saye, and Mr. Pike on the same tune. Brighter Days. What a combination. Interestingly enough, the idea for the project goes back 3 years ago, but we also know that good things come to those who wait. Brighter Days is a moving plea for unity, which comes at the right time. Artists need to join forces to stand up against the rising number of young people becoming victims of violence. Not only because of Jamaican Prime Minister Andrew Holness's allegation that dancehall is responsible for the devastating violence in the country. Tommy Lee Sparta, who has been recently sentenced to 3 years in prison for the possession of an illegal firearm, makes a statement against the rising murder rate in Jamaica and has gathered some of the biggest artists of reggae and dancehall. Brighter Days is a call to all Jamaicans to put down the weapons, put aside their differences, and join forces for a brighter future. It may seem a bit ironic to some to see artists like Tommy Lee, Javilani, and Bounty Killer call for peace, but if their participation causes the right ears to listen, the mission is accomplished. King Ism, Wildfire EP. Now, it is certainly foolishness to blame dancehall for the rising murder rates in Jamaica, as the Jamaican Prime Minister Andrew Holness did a couple of weeks ago. When artists reflect the life around them and they're surrounded by violence, what do you expect? But as Sean Paul pointed out in his recent Rhythm Chat interview, to constantly glorify violence is not helping the situation either. King Ism is far from running the risk of doing this. In the title track of his EP, Wildfire, the young artist points out that he is rootsman like Proto, lyrical like Teka. And that is the key for his approach of pushing dancehall in a new direction. His lyrical prowess meets a Rasta consciousness. As he further states in Wildfire, the only thing he murders is beats. With his attitude and lyrics about love and unity and Stone Love featuring Black Hero, even trap dancehall backings don't sound so grim and dark anymore. It's been a long time since we've heard a veritable Rasta tune on a dancehall rhythm. Big Shield does have a reggae feel though. By combining his spiritual side with the tribulations of everyday life, even the most worldly listeners can find solace in King Ism's convictions. The DJ already put out 2 albums before, but he is still just at the beginning of his career. The Wildfire EP now shows that it is a very promising one. No wonder King Ism won Best Breakthrough Artist 2020 at the inaugural W Awards in January.
Need a Bugatti, she run camera. Who them a try fi don't play? Tell them we don't play. Naughty dread through them doorways. Spreading like wildfire, yeah. Who them a try fi don't play? Tell them we don't play. Natty dread through them doorways, spreading like wildfire, yeah.
Patrice and Popcorn, God is Love. Our next song is a combination you didn't know you needed. For this song, reggae's iconic crooner Patrice teamed up with the unruly boss himself, Popcorn. After Patrice called Poppy on stage of his virtual concert, Love from a Distance, for this unusual combination, the reactions were so overwhelming that producer Shane Brown from Jukebox Productions rushed the two into the studio to finalize the tune, which was released soon after. The musical arrangement takes you directly to church for a Sunday morning service. As we know, the way from the dance hall to church isn't necessarily far. God is Love is a hymn to life, and the song Patrice and Popcorn show us what really counts. True success comes through humbleness, gratitude, faith, respect, and above all, love. God is love, as simple as that.
All I know is God is holy. Protect your life if you wanna know. Evil people will kill you slowly.
Yaksta, ambition. Bragging and boasting have always been an important feature of the music we love. Even in its most exaggerated moments, it can often be used as a playful expression of the dreams of the people that create the music. Dancehall artists often claim authenticity by pointing out that their songs mirror life. Now, the flossing in the current crop of dancehall tunes may reflect their chopper lifestyle. However, it does not mirror the experience of the majority of the listeners. All the more exhilarating is Ambition by the young singer Yaksta. He is bold enough to confront his listener with what is needed. The reality Yaksta describes is best summarized by the mantra of his song: farming over flossing, acres over Mark X. Yaksta doesn't pretend to be what some people assume artists should be like. He strives for what is right, not only for himself, but also for the listener that may not be so privileged. And the beautiful thing about Ambition is that one can be successful with such a message, and that this song takes the artist one step closer to fulfill his own ambitions.
Supplying them with good acres over markets. Link me wife when me want sex. Cause when side gal breed up, child support that lead to farming over flossing, investment over profit, inheritance for me seeds up, me alright being mean.
Patrice and Ismael, Not a Day. After Stand Tall with Mr. Easy, one of Germany's biggest reggae artists, Patrice released his second single of his upcoming album, Intention. For Not a Day, he teamed up with Turkish reggae and hip-hop singer Ismael and Jugglers. Ismael had to leave his hometown Ankara for Germany when he faced 5 years in prison for encouraging drug use in his songs. After he released the Jugglers production with Gavin with Gentleman last year, he has now teamed up with Patrice and uses his intriguing voice to challenge his enemies by spreading strictly good vibes. The message of the song: less hate, more love. To reach that goal, we as humankind need more teamwork and less ego.
When I tried, I got my heart right. Climb to the top, down it. Not a day goes by without fight. Holding on what's there for me. I for all they want. Until everyone lose sight. I realize your light. Not a day goes by.
Victory Rock Riddim. Sometimes less is more. That's what Kabaka Pyramid and Genius T might have thought when they produced Victory Rock Riddim. Simple one-drop drums, offbeat guitars, keys, and some slide synth adds. This approach leaves more space for the strong voices and their empowering messages. The rhythm was first heard on Stoneboy's album Angola Junction. With strength and hope, the dancehall artist from Ghana delivered the perfect starting signal, giving thanks and praises to Jah. Now, almost a year later, artists from all over the world, like Natalie Rice from Australia, Irie Soldier from Spain, and Gentleman from Germany have jumped on the Bebel Rock production, alongside Jamaican artists like Elaine Roman Virgo, Christopher Martin, Kumar, and Bugle, to only name a few. The title track by Elaine is an empowering anthem to overcome life's difficulties to reach to the top of the so-called victory rock. Kumar reminds us in Without Love of the most important thing in life. In Stronger, Roman Virgo cannot be misled from his path. No matter what obstacles his envious may put in his way, he will return stronger than before. Christopher Martin obviously loved the rhythm so much that he recorded 2 songs. For People, he once again teamed up with German reggae singer Gentleman to plead for unity and togetherness, while in the Erykah Badu cover On and On, he sings how to keep going even in difficult times. Yes, the victory rock rhythm can definitely carry you through the day. Jesse Royal and Vybz Kartel, Rich Forever. In the cover story of the current Riddim issue, Jesse Royal talks about his second collaboration with Vybz Kartel, Rich Forever. He thought about people who lost their lives and friends who ended up in sticky situations. Jesse realized that Jah has treated him really good so far and that he is rich forever. Because real richness and real wealth have nothing to do with money. As Kartel sings,
Rich forever, family, my treasure.
The concept of the song is to remind the youths that poverty is not a badge of honor, that they can be incredibly wealthy if they don't judge themselves by the same values as their oppressors. It is all about self-knowledge, self-healing, self-realization. It's about black-checking, as Jesse calls it. The strong collaboration was produced by Ayo Tosh, who's known for his seductive soundscapes. Rich Forever starts with an eerie keyboard, tackles Nyabinghi drumming before it flows into a trappy something that is hard to pinpoint. The song is the 3rd single from his highly anticipated sophomore album, Royal, which will be released June 11 on Easy Star Records.
Rich forever, yeah, 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 rich forever.
Nation Boss, Humans. Now, of course, this song couldn't be missing from our top picks. Nation Boss made big waves with his debut single, Humans. After posting a snippet of the song on social media, his video was shared across the platform and quickly gained the attention of artists like Popcan, Lila Aiki, Dexter Dabs and many more who left positive comments under his video. The song was released a week later and Nation Boss became an overnight success. Rightly so. Not just the melody and arrangements resonate with people, but also the message. The issue with putting your trust in our fellow human beings. In the music video that is steadily coming up to 3 million views, Nation Boss buries his heart for safekeeping as he explains why he doesn't like humans.
This is why me not like humans. This is why me not like humans. No.
TJ and Vybz Kartel, Pressure. When TJ and Vybz Kartel team up, the results are usually great. While their previous collabs were catchy tunes celebrating money and Gaza, Pressure strikes a different note. In the song, produced by Top Rap Music, the artists talk about the pressure and struggle that comes from living in the inner city. The song is a heartfelt plea for jazz support in tough times. Both Kartel and TJ have not been squeamish when singing about guns and violence, but in Pressure, they talk about a negative impact of it all on their communities. The cover of the single is graced by Nanny of the Maroons and George William Gordon. Both are national heroes and therefore printed on Jamaican dollar bills for the part that they played in the revolt against and ultimately abolishment of slavery. Protoje, Righteous. The next track carries upliftment in its title, but as it is always the case with Protoje, the lyrics go deeper than just stating the obvious. Musically, Righteous swings as elegantly and easily as Protoje in the visualizer, as producer Zaya plays the flute. Despite all airiness, the roots track demands attention. Hey, it's Protoje, well-versed in putting together his verses. The singer, Singjay, DJ, rapper celebrate righteousness as a virtue that he strives towards, though being righteous does not equal being submissive. With self-confidence, Proteje glides through the verses. But since success brings haters into the area, Proteje shares his self-doubt on what it takes to live up to his ideal of righteousness when confronted with the opposite. The song is a plea not to restrain him from being righteous. You can find it on the deluxe version of his current album, In Search of Lost Time.
It's another one of these righteous, but see my family, they might go. So watch your speech when you cite us, just because you see we arise up.
So guys, that's it. If you enjoyed this list, leave a like on the video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. See you next time.